It was Conrad Smith who was the man chasing back.
From the ensuing line-out, Richie McCaw has taken play up to the 10-metre line. It's a quick breakout from the All Blacks. Donald wants to swing it wide here for Nonu. Oh, they've got numbers out on the left here. Nonu through the half gap. Now Muliaina. And Sivivatu back to Muliaina. Desperate defence from the Springboks. They've got almost the full length of the field here, the Blacks.
Green, wrong side. Advantage penalty.
Penalty advantage being played here for the All Blacks. Nonu again through the half gap. The pick and go from Rokothoko. Cowan. Good hands from Kano and Ross. Isaac Ross has his second test try.
And what a great team try it is. Quick line out taken way back inside their 22. Isaac Ross has rounded off through the hands. It's gone. Good decision making. Rokothoko involved a couple of times. Little pass out the back of the hand there, and the experience of some of those loose forwards combining the hands of Jerome Kano. Brilliant try. Jimmy Cowan selected for his ability, proving dividends already.
ABSA Stadium is a little shell-shocked, as will the Springboks be. Just a couple of minutes ago, they were 10 metres from the All Blacks line.
The last one was fine, wasn't it? Okay.
Matt, sometimes it's a game as much off the field as it is on, and the All Blacks have obviously done a lot of their research this week. They took a quick line out there. They didn't want to be thwarted by Matfield again, and it certainly, as Joel said, paid dividends. They ran half the field and then maintained possession to score in the corner.
And they had the advantage, not content with kicking the three, went for the try, and they've been well rewarded.
Donald from the touchline swings it back beautifully.
That's a great kick. It's a wonderful kick. It's difficult conditions, swirling wind, and over it's gone. Rokothoko, the presence to quickly pick it up and pass. Cowan with the quick hands, Kano with the quick hands, Ross in the corner. The key here is not just the hands, it's the decision-making ability of some of the big fellas to move the ball to the right part of the play.
The Springboks know they're in a tough test match. They expected it all week. The perfect start for New Zealand in trying to avenge the defeat of Bloemfontein last week. Spies went up to collect and did well. Grabbed it at the second attempt. That must have been offside, and is.
Nigel Lane, I think, was the last man to see it. The crowd were behind Fred. I think he may have got the call from Tim Hayes down on the side. Morne Steyn will surely kick the goal. Percy Montgomery brings on the kicking tee. Spies did well. Took it under pressure. Got a little bit of go forward, and coming from the wrong side. In fact, I think Richie McCaw may argue that he was part of the tackle.
No,
ruck was formed.
It was Kano that made the tackle, though, wasn't it, on Pierre Spies? He would have tried to argue it, of course.
He's a maestro at making a half tackle and stealing the ball, isn't he?
Another sweet strike from Morne Steyn. And he reduces the deficit to 4.
He is such a pure striker of the ball. Good response. One try so far, that's to the All Blacks. We've not seen too much running out of the South Africans yet. Very tactical, but very efficient.
Richie McCaw is after this kickoff, as is Conrad Smith.
Contest over now.
And it was pretty good protection of the ball in the contact from the Springboks. Steyn's up and under onto Donald. Again, he can't grab it. And it's booted through now. Peterson is after it. There's a chase back for Rokothoko as well. And he gathers the ball behind his goal line and carries it back in the field of play.
Stay out, Green, stay out.
Would he have been better served dotting that down dead?
How much why he didn't.
That's what pressure can do. Nonu caught behind his own goal line, and South Africa on the offensive with a 5-metre scrum. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Pressure it is. And a little bit of almost panic. Stephen Donald dropped one earlier. Once again, didn't collect. He stayed down after the challenge. Rokothoko tried to get it out. It's come off the foot. In fact, Sitoveni Sivivatu tried to get it out. Rokothoko just needed to dot that down. Oh, what was he thinking? Put his team under enormous pressure. And look at that. South Africa only 21% of the game in their half. Most of it played in the half of the All Blacks.
We try to get him behind the Springboks here, Joel. And the most interesting thing is that this Durban crowd has taken a while to wake up, like you said, and they were a little bit shell-shocked by that early try. But Jeepers are on the edge of their seats now as we attack right on the All Black line.
Well, only 2 visits by the All Blacks to the Springboks, half of the field, but 10 points the result. Spies has to pick up a loose ball at the back. It wasn't nearly as well controlled as they would have liked.
It's going to be Ruan Pienaar that's penalised again. Not a good scrum from South Africa.
Time out. No. This is the problem. I penalised 6 black once for coming up on the front row, and he's done exactly the same thing again. I suggest you talk to him because he comes up again and does the tackle offside. He may well go to the bin. He's breaking his binding before the ball is out. 6 black. Go speak to him. I'll stop playing.
Well, it's very clear from Nigel Owens, isn't it? We saw him penalising Ruan Pienaar for exactly the same thing, and no need for him to do it because both times South Africa's scrum has been under pressure. They got away with it.
Yeah, it was a good tackle, good pressure. Well, the ball's nowhere near out, and he's just holding on by a little fingertip. And that's maybe the reason why he's got up there so quickly to tackle Pierce backwards behind the gain line.
The rain's starting to come in, guys. I wonder if it's going to affect Morne Steyn. He's been outstanding at kicking so far for the Springboks. He's got a wonderful record, but you can see that the umbrella's starting to come up and the collars being turned up on the crowd here, and hopefully it doesn't end up dampening this great contest.
Well, it certainly has done nothing to dampen the purity of Morne Steyn's kicking boot. Just 1 point the difference now. 3 out of 3 from the Springbok fly half, and a nasty-looking gash on that left eye of his. Hope that's not too serious. Wayne Ndolofia and Johnny Rousseau survey the scene from the bench.
Well, if he does have to leave the field permanently off for a period, it'll be Morne Steyn he moves to fly half.
Another good chase from the kickoff from Conrad Smith, but beautifully plucked out of the air by Jacques Fourie. Fourie du Preez back for Morne Steyn. Under pressure once again from Cowan. The All Blacks are not handling the ball in the air well at all. There is a swirling wind around the ABSA Stadium, but they're battling with the ball in the air. The cross kick from Donald. Steyn is across. Habana back in support, but they're baying for Morne Steyn to kick it out where they can contest the line-out.
And kick it out he does. And quite right, Metal. Look at his eyes. He might well need a little bit of attention there. It's a great jump from Jacques Fourie. The All Blacks have targeted that little central area. Jacques Fourie has contested well. He's won it every time. Unlike the All Blacks, who between Donald and Sivivatu have knocked a number backwards this time, but certainly not controlled it.
Good line out this time from the All Blacks. Brad Thorne used as the go-to man in midfield. Change of direction from Cowan, and Rokethoko can't hang on. Turnover for the Springboks. No advantage coming. The unforced errors are costing the All Blacks dearly.
Yeah, it's easier to do it in the training ground. You can understand what they're thinking here. Change in tactics compared to last week. Rokethoko not able to hold on. But all of a sudden, the hit and the quick change in direction. In the past few weeks, we've seen both teams keep on going in the same direction over and over again until they run out of space. We've seen that little variance now. The quick hit, the change back, trying to find some space amongst South Africa's heavies.
Straight under the hooker's feet. We saw that being blown a couple of times against the All Blacks in Bloemfontein last week.
I told you before the game, don't come to me, go to your mark all the time and you can carry on.
Springbok scrum looking to be under a little bit of pressure in the early stages of this game. Perhaps causing Fourie du Preez to just try and sneak an extra couple of centimetres.
Well,
nowhere near straight.
Under. I think Victor Matfield thought he was going to have to hook it there for a second.
Middle.
Well, the last time there was a centre scrum, the pass from Soyalo was poor. Can the All Blacks improve on that effort?
Engage. In line, middle. Good. That's fine, that's the middle.
Soyalo picks up at the back. He's got a bit of space to work with. Over the top for Rokethoko from Cowan. Muliaina on the inside. And bundled into touch by Jacques Fourie. Such a clever defender. He's spoken about by the Springbok setup as one of the best communicators on defence.
Well, it was a good ball over the top. Rokethoko had to just hesitate ever so slightly. But Jacques Fourie, pace and power, got across there very quickly with a thumping tackle. Just what the doctor ordered.
Do you feel that one on the touchline, Bob?
Certainly did, Matt. He's a clever defender. He's also over 100 kilos and 6'4". I think that was the telling factor in that great hit.
Matfield makes the call, and Juan Smith makes the leap at the tail of the line-out. Springboks looking as though they were trying to set a maul before the kick came from Fourie du Preez onto Rokethoko. Muliaina is back, so is Sivivatu. Conrad Smith has fallen back in support. He slips the tackle of Jean de Villiers. Does Sivivatu. Gets it away for Soyalo. Brousseau trying to poach over the top of that ruck. Cowan for Franks. Good protection of the ball from the All Blacks. Donald, Sivivatu into the line from the left wing. Almost got past the tackle in the offload for Isaac Ross. All Blacks building waves of attack here, looking dangerous. Sibivati for Donald, over the top. Interception made by Fourie du Preez.
Advantage forward pass.
Pass was forward anyway, if the Springboks don't manage to make anything of this. Clearance kick from Steyn. Rokathoko for Muliaina. Such an experienced back three for the All Blacks.
Come back, 5.
It's a pretty aimless kick from Muliaina and gives Francois Steyn plenty of time to unleash that bomb of his.
Offside.
Both Tony Woodcock and Isaac Ross were miles offside in chasing the kick.
The scrum where he kicked it from.
Never behind the chase or behind the kicker. South Africa will end up with a nice position here, it looks like.
Well, they had the option of the penalty where the kick was fielded, or the scrum, which is obviously far more favourable in terms of a field position. But they never retreated, did they?
No, not at all. Tony, it was almost as if the All Blacks thought it may well have been partially charged. They were so far offside, and the penalty count looking horrible if you are a New Zealand supporter. 5 penalties against only the 1 of South Africa.
Offside.
That's why South Africa in the game.
Number 1, I think.
Morne Steyn has kicked 3 of them.
1 and 5. Middle.
The Brains Trust sitting just along from our commentary position here for New Zealand. Wayne Smith, Steve Hansen and the head coach Graham Henry. Better scrum from South Africa this time. Steyn for de Villiers. McCaw all over it.
That's good.
Du Preez. Little pop pass inside from de Villiers from Macfield. Couldn't hang on. Ross launches the counter-attack with Nonu. De Villiers back to make the tackle. Quick ball for Cowan. Smith. Such an elusive runner. And Hall, the support man. Kano.
Great steal from Bismarck.
Number 1, move away!
Bismarck